Further discussion on the bill. Senator Sayles.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise in opposition to this bill. It's unenforceable. I don't know how, I agree with Senator Brown that I don't know how you would decipher or discern what the safe distance is, or how, if someone's 30 inches, 3 feet, 4 feet. And if the bicyclists want more safety, then I think the onus needs to really be put back on them. Well, unfortunately or fortunately, how you look at it, when I first moved out to where I live, 10 miles north of town, there was probably 5-6 miles of gravel, at least 5. And as progress has come out my direction, the pavement has too. And now we're blessed with all these bicyclists. And it'd be fine if they rode single file, but they don't. They ride 3 across, 2 across. They're some of the rudest people I've ever, I hate to say it, but I'm just going to be bold. They're some of the most self-centered, rude people navigating on the highways or on the county roads I've seen. They won't move over. You can honk at them. They think they own the highway. And they wait for you to either, when there's no traffic, you have to move into the other lane. So it's a two-way street, and these individuals don't want to take the ownership that they don't pay gas tax. We do, those of us that drive vehicles on the road. And they have this entitlement mentality, many of them, that we should just wait for them. And quite frankly, I think that's wrong. I'd like to see an amendment to this bill that we put a $25 tax on individuals that ride bikes that are over 16 years of age. I mean, if they want to have ownership of the highway, they got to have some skin in the game. They don't have any right now. And so I think this bill's totally unenforceable. These folks don't pay anything into the construction or maintenance of our highways. Quite frankly, I'm just going to say I don't want more of them in the state because there's already too many of them as it is. So with that, let's vote no.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As one of the self-centered bicyclists who never pays taxes, I don't think we are self-centered. I've been riding a bike in the state of Montana on roads for 40-some years now. And I can assure you that most of the time, whether I'm riding alone or if I'm riding with other people, we ride single file. Well, obviously, if I'm riding alone, I'm single file. But if there's more than one person, we ride single file. If we hear a car coming, we get behind one another. Okay. I frankly resent the characterization of bicyclists as self-centered. And I also resent the characterization of them as not paying any taxes. The President of the Senate can go over and see my car is parked out there. I pay taxes all the time when I put gas in it. I also ride a bike. But the idea that bicyclists are self-centered or disregardful of traffic or don't pay taxes is patently ridiculous. It's just not true. Now, what this legislation does is provides for a margin of safety that is, and I agree with the senator from the Flathead that in some instances you'd want it to be bigger than that. But it provides a minimum margin of safety, which I think is quite reasonable. Generally speaking, is safe. One would hope that motorists would be able to understand that maybe this time 3 feet isn't quite enough. Maybe you need 4 because there's mud on the road or whatever it might be. And the law is filled, frankly, with cases where we have to judge distances while we're driving. You know, we have to know how many feet behind an emergency vehicle we're supposed to be and so forth. Does that present us with insuperable problems? Oh my God, we can't judge how far we are from that. No, of course it doesn't. We're perfectly capable of making these judgments, and I think you should vote for the bill.